is.
I like the. I know you were on the left coast. I see that you got some beautiful California sun. I could see that looking healthy and rested.
I'm heavily sunburnt right now.
That's okay. It's gonna turn to tan, bro. I've been there a million times. Believe me when I tell you. Now let me say a couple things.
No, look at this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
That's fucking red. That's not even tan.
Yeah, it's all right.
But my face, I put sunscreen on.
You're gonna peel. It's gonna be a whole fucking shit show. I just want to say a couple things. Particularly about the state of California. It's a beautiful state. The weather is the best weather in the country. I mean, we go down to fucking. I'm a fan of Florida, but you go to Florida, you fucking melt. L.A. January, February, December, beautiful weather, the sun. Unfortunately, you have fucking maniacs running that state, so it's a total shit show.
Why do we have to immediately get political?
No, I'm not being political.
You just talked about people running the state.
I'm not being political. I'm saying it's unfortunate because it's a beautiful state. With that being
said,
the
definition of political.
With that being said, welcome back. I missed you. I know you snuck out of town like a thief in the night. He just sent me a text of like a fool. I'm like, where the fuck are you, man? So anyway,
I was on stream.
I know.
I watched the Lakers lose, and I was like, oh, this is probably the end. So
I'm going.
This is probably the end.
Yeah, listen, man.
Did you watch the game?
Come on, what kind of question is
that?
I'm
saying, like, I don't know if at any point you were
No. Well, listen, you know me and Mom. We're big hoop. We're big hoop fans, so we watch the games. So I'm glad. I know you saw some good friends when you were out there. So I'm happy. I'm really happy you got a chance to reconnect with some people and see you. I know you got some close people out there. So I'm happy you went and had a great time.
I just got to read this one comment. I don't want to derail.
I mean, okay.
Your train of thought here.
All right.
Los is the kind of child to be the reason his parents divorce.
I mean, that's just mean.
Why the fuck would you say that?
I mean, that's straight up and down mean at this point.
And you're saying child? I'm 30 years old.
It's pretty mean, to be quite.
How can a 30-year-old cause their divorce?
That's quite mean. I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm glad you had a good time. Unfortunately, the Lakers of Los Angeles were not able to get out of the first round against, in my opinion, a very good
team.
Wolves team.
Very good overall team.
Anthony Edwards. Can I just tell you something crazy that we're talking about this?
Yeah.
Dude. We're watching these games. Mom really, listen, let me just say this so we're clear. So Mom is we watch Yankee games. She loves hoop, loves watching hoop. And we're watching these games, and she knows what's going on. She's sitting there, she's going, I never really watched Anthony Edwards play before. She goes, maybe once or twice when the game was on, I wasn't paying attention. She goes, I go,
dude, he's like 23 too.
I know, and so
insane,
and for her to like point that out, it was so crazy. I'm gonna tell you right now. Let's take a step back and look at the big picture. They make the trade for Luka, which I think was an unbelievable trade. They finished third in the East. Okay, now granted they got knocked out in the first.
Well, they didn't want to play a center, bro. What's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on the coaching yesterday,
What I don't understand. What I don't understand is just the reluctant to play Jackson Hayes. I'm trying to figure
the whole series too, though. They played for 5 minutes.
I'm trying to figure this out, and I'm going, all right, are you going to try to play small ball? What are you trying to do? I personally think, okay, The series was lost because they didn't have a rim protector. That made no sense to me. The game last night. Now, listen. With all that being said,
they were saying that's JJ Redick being a new coach. He's being immature. I'm just gonna stick to my guns no matter what, buddy. Rudy Gobert had a career high game.
What that tells you is what
you were wrong.
What that tells you is because you didn't have that big man in the game. I mean, the tallest guy in it was Rui, or what's Rui and LeBron are the same height. Listen. Monday morning quarterback, hindsight 2020. I think you could take a lot of positive away from the season. I think they're gonna make some changes.
And why didn't Dalton Connect get any minutes at all? Like, what was the coaching? You played the entire starters. LeBron, who's 40, the entire second half of the game.
Yeah.
Do you think he's gonna be fresh in the fourth quarter?
No,
Why do you think LeBron's barely scoring?
I don't know if
in the fourth.
If you looked at the minutes were kind of crazy that he was logging. I'm making a statement right now.
Yeah.
This is probably wrong, but I was giving it a lot of thought. I was looking at everything up and down. I think they're going to trade Austin Reeves. Because
I wouldn't be mad about that.
Because he played well, great third option. I don't know what it is. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I think that they're not going to they're not going to put the same team on the court next year.
No. And you could get good players for Reeves. You could get what you need for Reeves.
This is my point here.
Yeah.
You're not just like, oh, let's get 3 guys and get rid of them. Austin Reeves is a legit third option on that team. Because I'm telling you right now, there's no guarantee that Luka's going to stay there.
Yeah.
What's your guarantee? He got traded. There's no guarantee. Am I right or wrong?
No, you're right.
Okay. So
I was just saying
that Laker team is not going to be the same team you're going to see on that court next year. And I'm confident LeBron is probably 2 to 3 years away from retiring. Even if he can be 80% of what he is this year.
You know, if they had AD, they would have won that series. That was the one thing they were missing.
You know what?
That's the one thing they were missing, bro.
You know what? I can't disagree with you there.
A healthy AD.
Now a healthy AD, plus you would have never turned down that Luka trade. Don't tell me you would have turned that down.
No, never.
So listen, there's a lot of back and forth, and I think number one, I'm going to say this: if you want to make this about LeBron, you don't know what you're talking about. So let's be honest here. If you're going to make this about a 40-year-old dude in year 22, you're out of your mind. I mean. If the guy couldn't possibly give you any more.
Like, how are you going to blame LeBron?
No.
Obviously, they were the best players on the court, on their teams.
Right. I'm saying you're not going to. And if it makes you feel better to once again, like all these other fucking morons that know nothing, they have to do mental gymnastics to figure out ways to knock LeBron down. It's really insane. So I think the 40-year-old guy still getting it done. I'm going to make a quick turn here. And I have to just say, I am so happy about my New York Knickerbockers. What Jalen Brunson did at the end of that game, this guy was on fucking ice skates. That dude that tried to cover him was on ice skates. He didn't even break his ankles. He just slid right past them. Are you playing this right now? Oh, okay.
No, he broke his shit, Chad. He did. If you didn't see this,
I don't even think it was broke. The guy just slid. I never saw anything like it.
Defended by Thompson. 15 seconds left. Brunson takes a peek at the clock. Thompson digging in defensively. 8 seconds. Brunson.
Oh!
Launches.
Oh!
Jalen Brunson.
Oh! With that three-finger shit.
Digging in defensively. 8 seconds. Brunson.
Chad, I did this exact same move to Cash. Look it up.
Stops on a dime. Launches. Oh, yeah!
Look it up, bro. The real ones know. Yeah. So the Knicks are moving on to play the Celtics.
So I'm happy. I'm happy about that. I'm very, very happy about that. I have to just tell you, I'm watching all of these games, and bro, some of these young players, and you got to give credit to Detroit. Let's be honest here. Taking it down to a last shot of a 6th game very easily. You could wind up back in New York for a Game 7. I love watching that Detroit team. I really
Detroit
do.
is very fucking good.
And I told you, you got those 2 starters from Montverde. It's fucking crazy to me.
Detroit is very good, bro.
They're fun to watch. These young teams and these young players are fun to fucking watch. Okay? So the West is packed. The West is packed, dude. Packed. I still think. Listen, I still think that Celtics team is a team to beat. I am a believer now in the Cavs. I wasn't before. I am now. Finally, it took me a long time to get there.
What? Just because they beat the Heat?
No. I started really paying attention. I started actually watching games towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
You know, we have that league pass, which I don't know I have no idea how much I'm paying for all this shit. By the way, you signed us up for all this shit.
I think it's $1,400 a month.
Whatever it is, our cable bill is bananas. I don't even want to get into it right now. But anyway, I have everything. I don't know. You signed us up for some fucking soccer thing. I don't know. You were betting soccer or something. I think it was Jake.
That was not me.
That was Jake. Jake was some international soccer. I got a soccer channel. I don't know what. I'm watching guys. I'm watching guys screaming Ecuador. They're in Ecuador. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Anyway, I don't want to get into that right now because the cable bill's outrageous. I'm not getting into it. But with that being said, a few things here. I'm very excited about the playoffs. Incredible. You and I have to figure out what we're doing with the Knickerbockers. I don't know. We have to figure out because we're going. So
you want to go to a Knicks home game?
I want to go. Yeah, I'm not, dude. Unless it's some, I'm not traveling when we got the fucking
Knicks home game.
Yeah, the fucking beautiful, the garden. I'll take you in. I got a spot like 2 blocks away, a nice bar. We'll hang out there for a while. Then we'll go to the game. Believe me when I tell you. So we're gonna do that. I'm excited for that. I want to talk about 2 things. One is basketball related. The other is sort of like not related. But
we have a lot of videos to watch. So let's.
No, I know, but I have to get to this stuff.
We have a lot of videos to watch.
I want to understand, and I want your comment about Halliburton's father going up to Giannis and they were like headbutting each other. This is a player's dad.
So did you see how it started or no?
I did see how it started.
How did it start?
He was holding up.
Okay, so you did see that.
Because
a lot of people saw it out of context. They thought Giannis just ran up to his dad.
The guy, first of all, okay, God bless you. God bless you. You beat us. God bless you, and God bless your son.
So imagine you just lose the play, like your season's over.
But let me say one thing before you play it. This is what I want you to think about this for a second. Obviously, there's some sort of animosity and hatred that this guy's dad has towards Giannis. There's something there, and I'll tell you why I'm saying this. In that amazing moment, your son just knocked off the Bucks, and they're going to the next round. In your heart, this is my son, they just won. I would be happy for my child. Instead, because you got some weird hang-up or hatred or whatever it is, you don't think to focus on your son, you think to focus on Giannis? What? Like, and you're, I mean, look at this guy. He's unhinged. Look at this guy. He's totally unhinged.
Dude, you know how like insane it is for Giannis to have just stood there? You know, a lot of people would have started swinging or at least grabbing.
But I know, but Giannis is also a mild-mannered, sensible, cool guy. He's not a fucking loon. And you're looking at this fucking weirdo. Guy's a fucking weirdo. And I'll tell you how I know he's a weirdo. Instead of focusing on your son and being happy for your son, you pull a stunt like this and embarrass your entire family? You fucking moron. And look at this situation. And then it doesn't stop there. Instead of, okay, I'm doing this, he continues it, though.
Since 2011 through 20.
Dude, what is with...
this dude's...
No, but I'm saying, what is... you look at a lot of these, let me get this out. I know we have a lot of shit to get to, but let me get this out, because if I don't, I'm thinking about a lot of these parents, man, okay, that do this type of shit, okay, and you put your kid in a terrible... Don't play it yet. You put your kid in a terrible position, and you're making a fool out of yourself, your kid, your family... I mean, bro, this is, the league should ban this guy. First of all, guess what? What if this was just a fan going on the court? Like, there has to be ramifications for this. You gotta get this guy out of there. He's unhinged.
I think they're saying they did ban him. They banned him from the arena.
Of course, you have to do something.
But no, what I was gonna say is,
oh, the Pacers did ban him? Okay.
This is what I was going to say. I remember specifically...
Yeah?
I hit a buzzer beater in high school. I think I was a sophomore. You ran to half court. You ran down the bleachers and ran onto the half court.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure you basically pulled a _Halliburton's dad.
No, what happened was, okay, emotions were running high. Passions were high. I did go onto the court, and then I got into a fight with another parent. It was a parent.
That shot was crazy, though.
It was amazing.
That shot was crazy.
And we were all excited. We did go on the court because the game was over. In all fair, it wasn't like the game was gone. The game was over.
Yeah.
I get onto the court, and then this guy comes at me, and the one coach jumped in between because
you didn't pull but they did take offense to it. They're like, damn, like,
well, the guy
celebrating.
The guy,
our kids just lost.
The guy got pissed. And then I didn't know he was talking to me. He was coming towards me yelling something, and then I turned around and I started walking to him, and then that one coach kind of grabbed me, and then everybody kind of went. But yeah, okay. But that was a different situation. I wasn't there to taunt anybody. This is insanity, man.
Look at this.
Well, what's with the forehead stuff?
Hey, bro, I would and this is another thing. I don't know how many people you've met that are from Greek. I met a Greek diplomat. Dude, they're fucking crazy. Like, I feel like Giannis would do some crazy shit.
First of all, let me say this much. This is an enormous...
I said from Greek. I said a Greek person, not from Greek.
This
guy... I didn't say from Greek.
I mean, dude, Giannis is an enormous man. Like, that's a big guy who could fucking swing and knock your head off. That guy's first of all, Halliburton. I don't even the dad. Is he like an average sized guy? I don't know.
I don't know.
Whatever. But my point is, this is disgusting. Okay, I'm glad they banned him. Something else I want. You know that fucking idiot, Jack. What's his name? Mm-hmm. Who always walks around with the security? What's his name?
Yeah.
What's his name?
That fucking guy. Yeah.
What's his name?
Jack Doherty.
Is it Jack Doherty?
Okay.
This fucking guy's he's in Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, and he gets robbed. You just see this?
I mean, I saw the clip. I just don't believe. I don't know if I believe it.
You don't believe it?
Just because that guy's fake shit.
No, man, listen. If you think it's fake, that's fine. I'm watching this, and did you hear the conversation? They have the conversation between him and the security guy.
Yeah, I know.
And he goes, the security guy goes, they had guns, and then he goes, well, you have a gun, bro. I'm risking my life for your necklace, like,
hell no.
That job, bro. Let's face it, that job's a fucking money grab. That's a money grab. You think that guy's gonna risk his life for that little shithead, that little fucking weasel? Fuck out of here.
So
anyway,
so before we watch any videos, I need your take on 100 people versus one gorilla.
Well, I was gonna bring this up to you, and it's funny because I forgot about it.
Yeah.
If I hear one more person
I have a good take on this.
If I hear about one more person talking about a full-grown male gorilla against 100 men, like, I don't know what, like, okay, so everyone is like, what's your opinion on it? What do you think would happen? So, like, my thought is, first of all, it's a fucking ridiculous scenario.
I understand what you're saying. It's ridiculous.
It's a completely ridiculous scenario.
100 humans.
And what I would tell you is this. The only way 100 men would beat a full-grown gorilla, the only way that would happen is it would have to be all 100 people be willing to die and understand that you're going to sacrifice a lot of people. Because collectively, just a horde, just a group and a horde, coming at this creature, I mean, there's a possibility. But with that being said,
I disagree.
Wait, hold on. Let me. I'm saying, I'm looking at it from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I still think, as you're, and let's say 180 pound guy, nothing crazy, not like a body, but 180 pound guy, average guy, whatever. I don't know, with your bare hands, like, what the fuck you would do with this thing. This thing going crazy would rip you limb from limb and just smash you. All so, right. I mean, that's what I think would happen, although the scenario is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous scenario.
All right, so this is my take on it. Hear me out. So, number one, and I heard a lot of people making this point about stamina, a gorilla cannot just sit there and just beat 100 people to death. This is never gonna happen. So you're gonna wear out the gorilla.
Yeah.
This is what I would do. You get somebody. First of all, you get everyone just jumps on the gorilla.
Okay? Whoa. That's what I said.
No, but listen. There's strategy to this. You get on the gorilla.
What do you mean jump on the gorilla?
Let me tell you.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you.
Go.
You go on the back of the gorilla. You got dudes that are gouging the eyes. So you got multiple dudes with their hands ripping the eyes out of the gorilla. So now you're blinding the gorilla, and then the gorilla won't even know where to attack, what to do, whatever, and it's gonna be tired. And then all you do is, and I think that this is the smartest thing, you just grab its limbs. I know they're strong, but if you have 100 people, you're grabbing his arms.
I'm in agreement with you there.
You're all pulling his arms. You can rip the arms
what
apart.
Would be? But again. So the scenario's ridiculous. I get that.
It is. Yeah.
You know that the scenario is absolutely insane.
Yeah. Grab a nutsack, dude. You rip his balls off, bro. Are you kidding?
But you have to understand, if you're gonna do this,
yeah,
there has to be a commitment. That a lot of us are gonna die. You have to be like, whatever the scenario is, it's like, we have to take care of it. We got to get rid of this gorilla. So there's 100 men.
But the way gorillas kill is they like beat it to death. Like, they don't just like bite someone. They would beat you. So if you are grabbing limbs, how many people are really gonna die? You just grab the limbs.
Yeah. But if this thing, even if somebody's on its back, if this thing got its hands on you and starts slamming you to the earth, I'm just saying, I understand it's a ridiculous scenario. Personally, if you're not gonna just do the mass, just a mass of people at one time just swarming this thing. If you're not doing it that way, like, you can't send like 5 guys at a time. Like, that's not gonna. It has to be a bum rush. It has to be a Mexican prison bum rush. Like, guys are taking out legs. It's got to be like that. You can't, With that being said, I get a fucking shotgun and shoot it and kill it. There you go. That's everybody else is getting killed. I have a pump action shotgun and explode its fucking chest.